us to see.
Oh yeah, I'll do it this time.
All right, so how are the levels going? Are they sounding good? Test.
Girl. Yeah, sounds pretty good.
That's the test.
That's the test. Hello, welcome to the Coolio Moolio show starring that.
That's all I need to know.
I'm Nicholas J. Rivas.
And I'm Thaddeus Nicholas J. Rivas Lynn.
Yeah.
And today we are going to talk a little bit for you guys. And we've got some interesting questions in store. Is it coming through?
Yeah.
We've got some interesting questions in store from one of our classic listeners, one of our most faithful, I hope, listeners, who we have featured, whose content or whose submissions we have featured several times over the course of the past few episodes.
The one and only.
Yes, the one and only. Our dear friend, Cryber, is back with some more questions for us.
He's a true fan of the show.
And before we get started, is there anything you want to say? And I'm not saying you have to say anything. I'm just wondering if there's anything you want to say before we start. And this isn't some kind of this isn't some kind of third degree where I'm like, you have to say something. I'm just wondering if there's anything you want to say. Because sometimes I say stuff before we start, but
No, can't think of anything. No? Get my album, December 31st. Cool.
Well, I'm sure we'll probably bring that up.
I'm gonna plug it every time
for the next episode too.
I'm gonna plug
the next episode will be the last episode before it comes out.
Oh yeah.
So for the next episode, we are probably gonna have some type of Christmas episode, right? I mean,
yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Well, we have something in store. We were talking about this before the podcast, and
should we keep it as a surprise? Should we tell them what it is?
No, I think we should keep it a surprise.
Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna have we're gonna have a Christmas holiday episode.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like it.
You better like it.
And it's still scheduled to release on Monday.
Mm-hmm. 26th.
26th.
The day after. Oh wait, if it's. Should we upload it the day after Christmas?
Or should we do it on day Christmas?
We could do it on Christmas.
I see no worry on that. You'll see it.
Regardless.
We'll tell you. YouTube also has this feature where we can be like, hey guys, video, you can write a message.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or it'll show up on the feed as a subscription.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a post you can do now. It's pretty tight.
So we will. You're saying we're gonna do okay. Well, okay, I guess. We'll do that.
We'll play by year.
We'll play by 2017, actually. So all right.
Cryber.
We're going to get right into the questions, okay? Cryber sent us a few questions here, and we're just going to go down the line and see how, and we'll see how where these questions take us.
He didn't give us a response, which is cool. You don't have to if you don't want to. But... Still, we're just going to read the question and answer it. So there's no response today.
There's no... Cryber didn't give us any responses to his own questions, which he usually doesn't do, actually. Mm-hmm. Come on, Cryber. But we will power through regardless. Okay? So, question the first. Would you rather only be able to meet people off of Tinder for the rest of your life, or only be able to meet people at your therapist's office?
That is so interesting.
Thoughts? First impressions?
I don't know how to feel about that because I don't use either. I've never been to a therapist. That's the thing about that one. I've never been to a therapist and I've never used Tinder.
Actually, this is probably not a good time to tell you. I didn't want you to find out like this, but actually, I'm your therapist. This whole time, your family
I'm laying down on a chair like, oh,
well, your family actually is very worried about your mental health, so they hired me to do this kind of covert operation where we say, oh, we're doing like a talk show or like a video podcast, but in fact, I'm actually getting you to open up to me about all these different questions.
It's just a flashback of like everything I've ever said to you.
And so of course, I'm now able to help you after knowing all these things, knowing how you can answer all these questions. I know everything there is to know about you.
How would you feel if someone did that to you? Like, what if I was like hired?
I did do this. There's no way you can disprove it.
What's my favorite color?
It depends on what it is. Depends on what. It depends on.
Oh, that's a politician answer right there.
But it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't think you have one absolute favorite color because you know who has those? Kids, like 5-year-olds.
Yeah, you're good. I like that.
See?
You're good.
Like I said, I'm a therapist. I have to be good.
My favorite color is gray. Like, if I had to choose, gun ahead, gray.
Yes.
But then someone told me, fuck you, guy who was like, hey, that's not a color, it's a shade. Shut up. It's a color. Leave me alone.
It's actually, is it? I mean, you could say it's a shade of white or a hue of black. Do you know the difference between the shade and hue?
Well, yeah, but it's like...
No. Do you know the difference between the two? Because they're actually very specific
terms. A shade
terms.
is just like the lower of like black. It's just basically like the lesson of black or white, right? And the hue is like the color itself, right?
Not exactly. Hues and shades are like terms you use to describe in relation to a color. So a hue of red is a red that has more white in it, and a shade of red is a red that has more. Black
You know, I heard this in my I took like a photography and like painting class, and they're like, you have a hue palette, you choose.
At least I think that's right. I feel like I learned that in some kind of art class a long time ago.
Same.
I don't know how true that is, but I think that's.
Wait, but you can't argue that gray's not a color.
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying is that the only way you could say that it's not a color is if you called it a hue or a shade of another color.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a weird thing to say.
It's
like,
so technical.
This isn't a gray sweater. This is a
Yeah,
this is a dark white. This is a dark white sweater.
It triggered me.
Or like a light black sweater.
It triggered me because it was like it's like someone was like, if someone were to say, oh, the sky is blue, and someone corrected him, was like, well, actually, and like, you know, starts throwing some like, you know, scientifical babble, some shit. It's like, I get it, bro. You know, it's a color to me. You see what I'm saying?
No. Just kidding. No. I know what you're saying, but we've gotten quite far off track actually from the question. But wait, how did we? Oh yeah, because I'm a therapist. Oh, and then you asked what your favorite color was. That's right. Then we started talking about colors. So, do you have an answer for this one?
Tinder.
You go Tinder.
Yeah. I've never used Tinder.
I'm swiping right. I'm matched on Tinder.
She is 16 or 17?
It's 16, but
she is 16.
Like illegal. No, or I don't remember what the line is. And we're quoting a
we're quoting
a video. We're quoting a Jake and Amir video. I don't know if any of you guys watched Jake and Amir, but they're one of our favorite comedy. I don't know, figures, I guess.
Yeah.
One of a very, very big influence, I think, on our I don't know, style or at least on our
humor
development. Yeah, sense of humor, perhaps.
I think if you
influence.
See us on the daily, everyone knows we just quote Jake and Amir.
Well,
like
but the majority of people don't know that we're quoting Jake and Amir.
Yeah.
They just know that we're quoting something, and it's more often than not Jake and Amir.
But Tinder.
But you would choose Tinder.
Yes.
Oh, also,
have you used Tinder?
The episode we're referencing of Jake and Amir is called Jake and Amir Tinder. Tinder. So I don't know. Check that out if you want to get that reference. But anyway, no, I've never used Tinder, and I've never had a therapist, as far as I know, unless.
So the mess.
So I think. Well, why did you say Tinder? Why do you say Tinder?
I don't know. It was like knee jerk. I didn't really think this one through. I guess because I'm not saying. Oh, that's such a loaded. If you go to a therapist, I'm not saying you have problems. Everyone has problems. Everyone has. Anything.
Well, so you are saying you have problems because you just said I'm not saying you have problems. Everyone has problems.
Okay, so I am.
So you're saying that they have problems, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, I think everyone should see a therapist, but if it seems like an odd place to meet someone. I mean, because I'm not saying you're in a terrible state if you're going to a therapist. I'm just saying you're in a vulnerable state. So it's not something I want to meet in someone in their vulnerability. Where Tinder, it's like I'm looking to meet someone. Mm-hmm. So it just seems like the setting's a better place. I was just making the answer up as I go, kind of thing. Because I don't know. I think either or is just weird to me. The whole online dating bothers me. Me personally, nothing wrong with it. It just seems so weird because I don't know. Like, what if it's a murderer? I don't know. It
I
scares
guess.
me. I
Are you crazy?
Are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your mind?
I don't know. What do you think? Is that a Crayola thought?
My first instinct is also to say Tinder.
Yeah.
But I think for a similar reason that you would pick it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking so much about necessarily the vulnerability thing. I was thinking more like it's similar though. So I was thinking like the mindset that you're in when you go to talk to a therapist is kind of like you're there for a very specific reason.
Yeah.
And it's not romantic, and your goal is not to find someone to date when you go to your therapist's office. So, but because of that, it maybe could result in something really great. This unexpected, like you meet someone amazing at your therapist's office, and it's like so unexpected that becomes a major part in why it's so great.
Yeah.
But I feel like the chances of that happening are so like minimal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be willing to risk that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the chances of meeting something great on Tinder, although I've never used it, I don't know what the success rate is, but like I imagine it'd be easier to meet someone. You'd have how should I say this? You'd have a higher success rate, I imagine, on Tinder.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm starting to kind of like. I still would choose Tinder, but devil's advocate here. Tinder, from what it sounds like, is more of like hookups.
Okay.
Right. That's what I thought. Like you just meet people to hook up with. Because it's in your vicinity.
I think a lot of people use it for that.
But it's not meant for that.
But I don't know what it's meant for, honestly. But I also okay.
Because Match.com is like.
Well,
I'm here to meet someone.
Think about what Tinder actually means. It's like Tinder is like is even I think even smaller than kindling when you're talking about making fires, right? So Tinder is like what's meant to provide the very very initial spark, like
I never knew that.
It's the very very start of a fire.
I never knew that.
So, in my opinion, based on that, I don't know what the founders set out to do, but based on what Tinder actually is, I would think it's meant to start like
a relationship,
or it's meant to be kind of a dating app where like you kind of you know what I mean, because it's like like if I swipe right and then I'm interested in you, and then if we happen to be interested in each other just visually and based on like a whatever short biography, then we'll like go on a date, or we'll like you don't necessarily need to have like that. Well, you could use it to hook up with someone. I'm sure people do both. But I'm not sure if people do it strongly leaning one way.
Yeah, I feel
I don't know if a majority of people are like, okay, I'm going to get Tinder just so I can hook up with people. I think it's kind of like, well, I can't speak. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's why
I have no idea. I'm guessing if I were to download it, I don't know if I ever would, but like,
that's why I'm like, I feel so like. Because I'm gonna make really like a broad generalization because I don't know it, and so I'm like I'm assuming because from what I heard
we can't speak for it.
From what I heard, I always hear people say like, I hooked up with so and so on Tinder, like just a hookup. I've never heard someone say like, I dated someone. We met through Tinder. I've never. Have you?
Well, I've never used Tinder. Well,
no,
not me. Yeah, actually, one of my good friends from high school who I told to watch Coolio Moolio, and I don't know if she will. She said she's going to watch them over winter break. I don't know if you're watching this. I was considering saying her name, but, I want to preserve her anonymity. So, even though there's no reason to. But anyway, she actually met her current boyfriend on Tinder.
Oh, really?
Yes, I believe so. I think so. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was on Tinder. And they are doing great. They actually hit it off very well.
See, that's good. That's good. See, that's the thing. I've never. But then again, I don't like ask people like, how'd you meet so and so?
Well, maybe it's time to start.
I should.
Okay, every single relationship you encounter, be like, hey, did you guys meet on Tinder or not?
Did you meet on Tinder? Also, too, it's like when I realized a lot of people are kind of ashamed
to say they met on Tinder.
Yeah, because I have a friend who's like always talking about people who he's hooked up with, and like when I ask him like, how'd you meet him? He's like really shamefully, he's like, Tinder, which is nothing wrong with it, right? Like
He should be proud.
He
should put that on his Tinder bio, like number of people I've hooked up with.
Oh my god, do you think someone does that?
Probably.
That would be so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's so tacky, though.
I'm sure there are people I'm like positive that there's at least one person out there that does that.
It's like zero because.
But imagine. I think also it would be kind of sad to say like, "Oh, how'd you guys meet?" At our therapist's office. I mean, it might be kind of a funny story. I mean, if guys got married, it'd be like a funny story. Like, oh, like you'll never believe this. Like, you met our
Yeah, you know,
therapist.
I think
like,
time really changes it too. Because I've met people who are like, you know, they talk about their how they met story, and it was like really shameful and like embarrassing. But when they say it now, it's like, remember when we met? You know, because like
it's a funny story.
Yeah.
So, I think the thing is though, that like, I think you're just very unlikely to meet someone at your therapist's office. Just the sheer volume of people that you're going to meet is way less.
Yeah, it's true, because you never really interact with people.
Yeah,
right?
and the thing is, like, how many people are you going to see at your therapist's office every time you go visit? It's like,
true.
If you go, I don't know, maybe once a week seems reasonable for a therapist to visit your therapist. Like, how many people are going to be there that are even available for you to meet them? You know what I mean? How many people are going to be there? Just how many total people are going to be there? Like, I don't know. You might see like one person as you're going in because they're maybe leaving, and then one person as you're leaving because they're coming in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I've never, like I said, never been to a therapist, so I don't know how like when you're in the waiting room, like do you hit them up? Like when
exactly. I have no idea. I mean, I think it might have been a more difficult decision if we had experience with both of these.
Yeah.
Or actually, maybe it would have made it easier. But I think as people that don't have any experience, to us, Tinder sounds probably better, like a better option. I think I would pick Tinder.
Yeah, same. I wish he answered because I wanted to see what he would have said. You know, I wonder if this is like a oh damn therapist. Like, you know, if it's a
if this was a difficult one.
Yeah.
For Cryber.
Yeah. But yeah, Tinder.
Yeah.
You want to do the next one?
Tinder. Sure. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
I respect that.
So this one is not a would you rather, but I think it's pretty interesting actually. Well, it's kind of interesting. I don't know if you have an answer for this right off the bat, but here's a question. Question number the second from Cryber. This summer, I'm just kidding. If you could delete one app from the world, what would it be? What app do you hate? There's an exclamation point there, so I had to make it a little exciting.
What app do I hate? This is a good one. I never thought about like an app where I'm like, ugh.
Closer.
The movie.
Exactly.
Delete one app. Is this one like they hitting you like, oh, I got one right off the bat?
Well, I saw this email a while ago, and I was thinking to myself, like, it's like what a weird question. Like, why would you hate an app? And then I started thinking about it more and more.
I delete Tinder.
Even though I don't have it, I would delete Tinder.
Just delete
Get rid of Tinder.
I'm sick of people having fun.
I was thinking about what kind of apps are bothersome or that, I don't really like, And it's interesting because it doesn't say mobile app. It could be a web app, maybe a Facebook app.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of stuff like that. So guess what I was thinking? My first reaction after I thought about it for a while, the one thing that I was thinking that I would get rid of, Candy Crush.
Oh,
get out of here! Do you play Candy Crush?
No, never.
You get the requests?
Yeah, all the time. That's the only reason I know it is because of the request.
Exactly.
Damn, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I don't want to steal your answer though, even though I would probably say the same that it came to mind.
I mean, you could if you want.
No, I want to say something.
Remember Farmville?
Yeah. But see, no one plays that anymore.
Yeah. So Candy Crush took over.
Candy Crush, and it's still, like, I thought it was big, like, in 2012, 2013, and it's still big.
Candy Crush?
Annoying, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as big, but you still get requests about it.
I don't know why do people still play that.
It's like a meme,
Can't you play that, like, other than Facebook?
I think it's its own app, yeah.
Because I was like, why do you have, like, because I've heard you have to invite people to play.
Is it your own app? I think it's like it's a standalone app as well.
It's weird because, like, I heard you have to invite people to play. Like, that's a dumb idea for a game. I mean, it's smart on their end for marketing wise.
Yeah.
But, like, if I want to play a game, I just want to play the game.
True.
Like, I'd rather pay, like, $5 just to play the game rather than invite people,
Yeah.
It's stupid. I don't know. That's what I heard. I could be wrong. But
you
damn,
could be wrong.
An app I would delete.
I think
Yours is good.
Mine is probably Candy Crush. I mean, I don't really know of any other apps that I'd like to get rid of because I don't feel that strongly negatively about any apps.
Yeah,
off the top of my head. I mean,
even the apps that I don't like because they're kind of stupid to me. Like, the like Angry Birds. It's a terrible game, but I'm like, I don't hate it enough to be like, I want everyone in the world to not have
Yeah,
it.
because
Like,
it's not as annoying for people that don't play it.
Yeah.
As Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is like
for
people
Candy Crush.
my
It's
face.
like it's like yeah, like okay, it's fine if you play it, but the fact that you have to bother people about it
Yeah.
is like so annoying. Like, get out of here.
You know, let me just actually look. Let's go to the Play Store.
At lowest rated apps, just pick one that you
that I'm just like I hate.
Even though you probably will never have even heard of it.
It's interesting because I don't download much apps. Mm-hmm. Do you download a bunch of? I don't download I downloaded Pokemon Go and that was it. And then after that died down, I haven't.
No, not really. Actually, I actually rarely download apps.
And you know, apps are so cool. Like it's hard. Like there's an app like for coupons. Like everyone wants that. Like why would you not? I think the Amazon app.
You would delete it?
I
would
hate
get
it.
rid of that?
I hate it. No, not the Amazon.
You would
sorry.
would like erase that from the world?
Sorry, I initially saw that and like apps that you can just use the browser and be more efficient with. So I mean that's really hard to pin, but like Amazon just hit me because it kind of has that. But like the Tumblr app.
What about it is so bad? What do you mean exactly?
It's slow. And so when I go to the actual browser and try to use it, it's like it directs me to the app, and I can't use the browser version on my phone. So it's annoying because I'm like, it's slow. Like fix your app, and then I'll get it. But like give me at least the option to use the browser version because that's faster and it works. But it directs me like after a few posts, it'll like be like open in app.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And same with Amazon. If Amazon's app gets slow with me, which it hasn't, that's why I'm not really bugging too much. But it did happen at a point.
But what you're saying is that you wish these companies would optimize their apps. But you wouldn't want to delete
it. Yeah, see, this is why it's so hard.
You wouldn't want to delete an app.
It's like an initial reaction, like, I delete it, but I'm like, I gotta say Candy Crush. There's not really an app that I hate. And like looking at all the apps, I'm like, I guess, you know? If I have to choose, I say...
Or here, okay? I have a list of top 10 worst apps of all time.
Okay.
And we can go and see which one of these you would want to delete. Okay?
Pick from that.
This is actually very good because it's top 10, and I can
top 10.
Yeah, top 10 apps to delete. But,
number 2 will surprise you.
You'll not believe number 2. So I'm gonna read.
Read it to me.
It comes with a short description.
Okay.
There's 10 of them, so I don't know if you remember all of them, but remember the ones that stick out to you is really bad. The first one is called People, Peeple. So misspelled it, of course, because it's like peep, whatever. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they rape people.
Oh, I hate it already. Delete it.
No. But you have to pick one out of these worst 10.
But like it has a picture of some dude who probably didn't make his profile. Some random person made it, right? Because I think I've seen these before. These like apps just to rape people as just persons, like nothing else. That's so fucking stupid.
All right, well, I'm going to keep going, okay? See if you like one of these, you hate one of these even more. Number 2 is called I Am Important.
Oh my god, so number 10, oh my god.
The iOS app, I don't know if this is in any specific order, but anyway, it says the iOS app, which was released in 2011, sought to make users feel important by creating fake contacts and diary events. The app also asked you about your day, presumably because no one else would, because you were the type of person who would sincerely download this app.
I wouldn't want to delete it because I feel bad for people now.
Oh my gosh.
These are
I'm looking at screenshots. There's options to upgrade to CEO, add fake contacts, and add fake events. All right.
I wouldn't delete it.
I'm going to keep going. Okay? Yeah. I'm just going to keep going. Number 3 is called Will You Marry Me?
Oh god.
And I'm not going to read this. It's just an app to get to like where I guess you show it to someone and then it just says Will you marry me? It's like for proposing.
That's you have to pay too.
That's all it does.
Is it free?
Number 4, Send Me to Heaven. Oh my gosh.
God, no.
This app records how high you throw your phone and places you on a global leaderboard for the highest throws.
Wow.
Gosh. Wow. Presumably, there are hundreds of scores which could not be logged because of the sheer distance the phones were launched before landing on an unforgiving surface.
Exactly. Yeah, like what?
All right, number 5, TweetP. TweetP consists of a sensor which you attach to a child's nappy, which will send a tweet to the parent when the child has urinated, and the parent has the option to immediately retweet.
What? Like these are gag like apps, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly. Number 6, Electric Razor Simulator. That's all it is.
What?
That's all it is. Number 7, I Am a Man.
Oh God. This is
Here's
gonna be so
here's the app's
stupid.
description of its features. Trace your girlfriend's periods. Wait, set a master password for the whole program. I guess the whole thing is about monitoring menstrual cycles.
Wait, why? Why? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe to be. I think it's like it's kind of a good well intentioned because it's like, oh, that way you like kind of you can know when you should be like accommodating, or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird though.
I think it's such an
a
because
bad
like I
idea.
think it has like you said, like the good intentions of it, but it's like you can't just
Cre-
talk
but
to
it,
her.
and it's just creepy too. To like know what exactly the women in your life.
Well,
are having
the
to-
title of the app makes it sound like, oh, this is like, it's not like I'm gonna like care for her. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna avoid her.
Yeah, it's called I'm a Man.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make. Why is that the title?
Yeah,
But okay.
I think the rate the people
Number
though.
8, Ghost Radar. Note: users to date have not discovered any ghosts. Not surprising. Oh my gosh! Oh wow! Listen to this one. Number 9, Hold On, and it's just a screen with a button on it that says Hold On, and you hold the button as long as you can.
Is
And
there
you-
like a leaderboard thing? See
probably
how who holds it the longest? I
probably,
guess.
but it actually costs money.
Oh my God.
So, number 10, this is the last one. I Am Rich. The sole purpose of the app, which
it's a
costs
millionaire or something.
599
Yeah,
pounds,
I've seen this.
was to show people that you could afford it. Oh, the application was removed from the App Store the day following its release, so it's already.
I wouldn't. I
it's
wouldn't.
already gone.
If it was still on there, I wouldn't delete it. I think that's a genius idea because there's that guy who's profiting off of that knows that there's idiots who would buy it.
Yeah, and he's
So
stealing
good for him.
he's stealing money from idiots, which is I think a good thing.
Yeah.
to do.
So bravo.
Bravo.
You know what? Reading the apps, I just remembered one that always pissed me off. It was a Peeper app. It doesn't show. There's like a bunch of clones now, but the original one like got a lot of flack because like you would hit this app and it would the phone would be like it looked like it'd be on the lock screen like not doing anything, but it was taking pictures.
Oh.
And so like. There's other apps now, and they're called Spy Cam or some stuff. But this one's called like it was like blatantly like for like peeping like pictures, which is disgusting. Like go to hell if you use that. That's
The
disgusting.
other thing is though, what are you gonna capture? Just someone's face. It's
Yeah.
just you know all those memes that are like when you accidentally open the front
Yeah,
camera.
it's
It's,
like-
just
like-
gonna be that. It's gonna be a bunch of pictures of this.
What people would use though is like I'm sure you've seen this too. Like there was a lot of weird stuff going on with this, but like the people who would do the upskirts they love this app. Have you seen those upskirts pictures? People would do like
Wait.
secret upskirts. There's like a whole Reddit thing about it.
Why would you? Wait? How would you use that app to do that?
So like you have your phone and just real quick. It takes like a quick like 5 second. and then-
Because you can't. Oh, I see. So if someone saw it, they
Yeah,
wouldn't.
just be like, oh, what are you talking about?
They wouldn't know that it was.
Yeah.
The app working.
And it doesn't make any noise. It's like it's super subtle and it's like no flash, no
So
light.
is that the one? You're deleting?
Yeah, I would delete that. It's already deleted, but there's all these clones. But if I could delete that one,
So what did I read the list for?
it just hit me.
What did I read the
It
list for?
hit me.
How-
But
you
since
made
that
me-
app's already deleted, I'd probably choose the rate the people because that's just so pretentious. It's stupid.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of that, and I'm glad because it sounds really dumb.
Yeah, that's so. It's so. I hate it. I hate people.
So
I love them.
Okay, so you would delete Peeper. I'm sorry, not Peeper. People.
Yeah, people. It's funny they
It's
started
probably made by the same,
same people.
same people.
Meta.
So okay, so Candy Crush and People,
Oh, we're at 28. Do you want to answer the last one?
and
Rush through it or?
yeah, okay, let's do we'll do one more question really quick,
Okay.
really quick. If you could cross streams with Coolio or Weird Al, who would you choose? And cross streams, I don't know exactly what he means. He could mean one thing, and he could mean another. Which meaning? I mean, which? What do you want to go with?
Well, so cross streams is like just meet them. That's what I'm thinking. Like just to meet their paths or cross streams.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what
That's-
is-
like at a urinal, perhaps.
if it's the
latter?
the latter, Weird Al. I just feel like he'd make it a fun time.
Honestly, I
Make
think
it a
I
scene
think
out of it.
either one I would do Weird Al. I'm not
Yeah.
that interested in Coolio. We don't have nothing to do with Coolio. I think he's over there.
Yeah,
But no,
we're
no.
not good friends.
We are the title of our show has nothing to do with the rapper. We have no connection to him. I'm not even a fan of his. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, he made like
Bite
two-
your tongue.
He made like good. He made 2 good songs I really like.
Okay.
Gangster's Paradise and.
So Weird Al did. I mean.
Oh yeah,
so
the Amish Paradise.
Yeah. So what's the deal?
What's the
obviously there's no contest.
Oh, and what's the song? Keenan and Kel song. That's another one I like. Not the biggest Coolio fan, but I would still choose Weird Al because he just seems like a fun time.
Yeah, and
I feel like he has an accordion
so,
everywhere he goes.
He's really and he's just like a fun like. I mean, he's a weird guy. Obviously, his name is Weird Al. But like, I feel like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with, and like,
yeah,
it'd be interesting. I'd really be interested to like, talk to him, like have a coffee with him, or have a dinner with him, or cross streams with him.
Have you?
If you don't know what that is, it's when you're peeing with someone else, and
I wouldn't mind that with Weird Al. What if he's like,
cross.
how he's like this weird guy, but like in real life, what if he's like, hello, nice to meet you, it's a pleasure. Like in the videos, he's like, hello, I'm Weird Al, like all weird, but you meet him in like, hello, I'm Weird Al. That's what he sounds. And then you meet him in real life, and he's like very like stoic and just,
super down to earth,
nice
extremely impassive. Just a statue of a man.
Yeah, just fucking stoic. Like, hello. I would be so just baffled.
Well, I mean, either way, it'd be cool to meet him just to see what he's like in real life.
He's just a musical genius.
With Coolio, I mean, is there any mystery there?
Let's ask him. He's right there. Coolio. He's offended.
So, yeah, I mean, I think Weird Al, I would much rather meet Weird Al. Mm-hmm. I think sounds like you would too. And I'd much rather cross streams, literally, with Weird Al, probably. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he'd make it
fun.
Yeah, really like funny, like a very funny experience.
You know what he'd say? He'd be like, I'm Weird Al.
I'm Weird Al. I'm so weird. But I think with Coolio, it would just be really awkward.
Yeah, I feel like because he's very like he's like really like thug like.
Yeah, exactly.
He look at you like, sup boy, and I'd be like, nah.
It'd just be like a very weird thing. I mean, not in a good way. With Weird Al, it'd be weird.
Weird fun.
Yeah, fun weird. With Coolio, it'd just be weird, strange weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. Thanks to Cryber for sending in some questions. That's all the time we have for today. Unfortunately, I think we're a little past half an hour. So thank you for tuning in once again, guys. We really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. You know how many subscribers we have? Have you checked recently?
I haven't checked.
I think we're at 21. Yeah. I think
21.
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, we really are.
Whoa.
So anyway, please like and subscribe. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you guys again. And every episode, new episodes every Monday, and then our email.
Coolio, yeah. Please send in your submissions. CoolioMoolio@gmail.com. Any questions you have, would you rather's or otherwise, please, we're begging you. We're literally begging you.
We need it.
We really need some questions.
We make our income and living off of this show.
Mm-hmm. Which is sad because we haven't made any yet.
We haven't made money.
Please, we haven't eaten in 14 weeks. We drink water out of the sewer.
Yeah.
Okay, and
it's not fun.
Not going well. Yeah, honestly. Yeah. So anyway, send your submissions. Send your submissions. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll be back next week with a Christmas episode, a very special Christmas episode.
Yep.
And yeah. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Appreciate you.